Hello world, Shelly here, and there's a new drugstore makeup brand at CVS. So what did I do? I bought a full face. So the brand is the Crème Shop. Everyone I found on YouTube was pronouncing it the Crème Shop, C-R-E-M-E, with the little thingamajig over the first E. But on their website, their tagline is the creme de la creme of beauty. And you say that creme and not cream, so I'm going with the Crème Shop. If anyone's in California and can tell me how to pronounce it properly, let me know. But they are a Korean beauty brand. It's not a new brand. Now, it's new to CVS, but it is not a new brand. They started as a cosmetic manufacturing company 45 years ago in South Korea, and in the late 80s, they moved their headquarters to California, and they have been making and designing products in California ever since. And as far as I can tell, there are shops in California that you can go to. I saw people mentioning one in LA, so that seems to be a thing. And I've never seen them in the drugstore before. They are completely new to me, and my CVS had an entire display of these products. And bravo, CVS has been stepping up the drugstore makeup brand variety, and I am really enjoying it. So this is a cruelty-free brand. I've been digging through the ingredients on some of these products, and it looks like while a lot of them do have fragrance in them, they don't appear to have parabens, and that's pretty good. They seem to have an approach that focuses on the beauty you've already got. So a lot of the color schemes and things that I could tell from the overall look of the display look to be pretty, natural leaning types of makeup looks. And they seem to be approaching everything from a subtly quirky, vantage point. The packaging is super cute. So let me show you just some of the box packaging. I've already taken everything out of the boxes, but this is the concealer, for example, and on the side you've got what imperfections, and then on the other side you've got parentheses magic wand application, and then the box this is for the mascara. You look on the side and it says I'm so dramatic. You look at the box for the matte liquid lip and it says I won't flake on you. So it's like this, it's like cutesy and subtly quirky kind of approach to their marketing and their product design. The product packaging looks quite nice. So the foundation, this is a nice frosted glass bottle. We have a pump. Now, price-wise, this is kind of on the medium end of drugstore pricing. This was $18 for the foundation. The eyeshadow palettes were $14. So they're not super expensive, but they're not cheap either. They're not Wet n Wild prices. However, if it's like anything else at CVS, eventually they will have coupons for all of these things. Of course, I had no coupon when I bought this full face of stuff, and then the very next day I got a 32% off coupon in my app. Go figure, but I'm sure they will have all the coupons that they normally have with CVS. So if you have a CVS near you, keep your eye out for this stuff. So I'm going to put on this full face and just do some first impressions, and let's see how this goes. First thing I grabbed was the It's About Prime primer, and I chose the blurring version. We have a squeezy tube, and let's see what we got. I was expecting, it seems to be kind of a trendy thing right now, this sort of almost peachy. Oh, there's fragrance. Whoo! Whoo! Doesn't smell bad, but it smells like a whole lot of flowers are going on my face right now. What was I saying? That really took me by a whoosh. Whoa Nelly. I don't even know what I was saying just now. But yeah, so like that Clarins SOS primer, I finally got my hands on the peach one, and a lot of the blurring primers right now seem to be doing that sort of peachy thing. This one's not exactly peachy, but it reminds me of that. Except for that fragrance. Holy wow, my face smells like a garden. I think I'm getting a little bit of blur to my texture. Not so much blur to my pores. It's not really pore filling. It looks kind of more like the blur on pores is from the little bit of sort of luminance that it's giving. We'll see. So I got the two lightest shades of the foundation that CVS had. This is shade 11. This is shade 12. It appeared to me that 11 looked more neutral to pink and 12 looked more yellow undertone. That appears to be correct, and that is a pretty big jump in lightness to darkness. This, I think, 12 is going to be pretty dark on me. 11 might be a little too light. I might need to mix these two because this, let me take some of this off my hand. Yeah, I think that's going to be too light for me right now. 12 is a little too dark for me right now. Maybe I'll mix the two. So I just put a pump of each on my palette, mixed it up, and let's see how this goes, shall we? Pretty light coverage with the sponge in one pass. This is supposed to be a luminous finish, and it is supposed to be buildable. It comes in 12 different shades. I'm just going to take what's left on the palette and try to hit the spots where I want a little bit more coverage and then blend them out with a brush. I don't think I would call this luminous. I think I would call it a satin matte finish, and I would say it's pretty light coverage. I can still see all of my sunspots poking through, my blood vessel that runs through my eye here. It looks okay on the skin. It looks a little heavy in a couple spots, like I'm not in love with how it looks on my nose right now. Forehead looks fine, does not appear to be clinging to texture. So far does not appear to be settling into any lines. It does look like it is blurring texture just a little bit. That could be the primer, but it looks okay. I didn't like any of their powder blush shades, so I ended up getting a cream blush, and their highlighting powders all looked to be too dark for me, so I got a cream highlight stick. I do have a powder bronzer, so let's start with the cream products, even though I would usually do my bronzer first. Should I still do my bronzer first? I don't want to put powder down before I put liquid down. Oh, I need concealer. Because really? Yes, I do. This is the Cover Story Full Coverage Concealer. I got the lightest shade Fair. And, oh, we have a wand. Yep, we just have a little tiny baby-sized doe foot here. It's pretty dark for being the lightest shade. It's not going to be very brightening on fair skin. It looks like it'll be fine in terms of being a match. Looks like a yellow undertone. I don't know about full coverage. There's a lot of purple still happening here. Let's try it with a brush. Let me put a little bit more on here. Blend it out very nicely. It's not accentuating fine lines, at least not right off the bat. Why can't I talk? Yeah, I would not call that full coverage. I still see a heck of a lot of purple coming through there. This is probably my favorite packaging of all the items. It is a cream compact blush. It is a cute little smiley face. And it's your typical, you got a mirror on the inside, which is nice. You got your little puffy thing. And holy tamale. Am I going to be able to pull this off, you guys? I don't know. It looked like the lightest shade of all the ones available. This is the Très Chic C'est La Peach blush. I am just going to use my damp sponge. I'm nervous. Cream blushes make me nervous. Okay. We're just going to apply a little bit. And then I'm going to go with the other side to blend it out. I kind of like that, actually. That blended beautifully. It's not too harsh. I could have gone in heavier if I wanted to. I'm not a big blush wearer, so I don't want to go in any heavier. I think I'm going to put down some of the highlight first, then I'll do the bronzer, and then if the highlight needs touch-up, I'll go back. This is the brightest crayon in the box, stick highlights. They had a couple shades. Does this say what shade it is? Twinkle Twinkle. It looked like the lightest, brightest kind of shade. Ooh, that's pretty. The hardest part I find of these kind of stick highlights is blending them out so that they don't look like you just drew on your face. Oh, that's pretty though. This is the PCH Powder Bronzer in Tiki Bikini, and the packaging looks really pretty nice, pretty high-end looking for the packaging. This looked like the lightest shade. I was afraid in store that it was going to be a little bit too orange warm toned for me, but the darker shade, which had a beautiful looking red undertone, looked way too dark, like I was going to have way too hard of a time toning it down on fair skin. But let's try this one. And whoa, pigment! Oh boy. Oh no. Okay, it's blending. I think it's blending out nicely. Keep in mind I don't have any powder over this foundation, so that's a good sign. There's way too much going on over here. I picked up their brow gel in clear just to see if it's got the kind of hold that is necessary to do my sort of fluffy brow thing. Wow, that's a tiny, tiny little stick brush. Whoa, it's white. This is weird. Is it going to turn clear? I don't know. So I usually go all the way through, make my brows stand up, make sure I got them on the top part too, and then I shape them. I did not pick up an eye primer, so I just went in with my trusty MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. And the eyeshadow palette I picked, they only had a few of these, and they were all this 4-quad format. This is the eyeshadow palette called, is the name on here? I don't see the name. Unless this is the name, All Day Every Day? I don't know. I went with the pinky one. They do have names for the shades printed inside here. And let me just swatcheroo, and we can put these on. Ooh, I like this color combo. Are these going to be pretty? Let's see. That one I can barely see. This should be interesting. That's the one I can't see. That's the shimmer. Oh, you guys. This shade here, I mean, I am digging. And oh, it's kind of invisible. It's right here. All right, let's do this. Warp speed. Shimmers are underwhelming. This crease shade, though, I might hang on to this palette just for that shade. It blended beautifully. I feel like it's usually the opposite. The mattes are really hard to blend on lower end shadows, and the shimmers they can usually pull off pretty well. These shimmers just are completely underwhelming on the eyes and on swatches. But that matte shade right there, the shade called Grounded, I love that shade. Also note, this is only listed as a 3-month expiration date. 3 months. Also picked up their black liquid liner. It looks like a felt tip liner pen. That's a nice liner pen. I like it. I prefer brush tips, but for a felt tip, I think it's really easy to work with. The pen did not dry out from one eye to the other, and I'm pretty slow with my liquid liner, so I like the finish. It's a nice matte black. It went on pretty opaque. I didn't have to go over and over and over again and swiping multiple times to get the opacity. Thumbs up on the liner. Now on the display for the mascara, they had a very nice illustration of the different types of mascara wands and whether you would get length or volume or both from them. I picked the Wisp Me Away, which has like an hourglass shaped wand. I picked the waterproof version in black, and this is supposed to be a dramatic effect mascara. So there is the wand. Let's see how it goes. I don't see much happening. Let's try and get some. Coat number 3. Okay, so there's 3 coats of the mascara. And instead of doing the other eye, I'm just going to grab my Maybelline Total Temptation and do it over here so you can see the difference. All right, there's 1 coat of Total Temptation with 3 coats of the Crème Shop. Two coats of Total Temptation, 1 coat of the Crème Shop. I don't recommend the Crème Shop mascara. I'm just going to put some Total Temptation on this side. Last, I've got a liquid lip in a nude shade called Sup Nude, and the packaging says, "My wand and only." Super cute. Little doe foot applicator. Oh, lighter than I expected. Ooh. Smells like that cross between like chocolate candy and chemicals. I don't seem to be able to build this up to full opacity, and I do not have very dark natural lips, but I can see all of my pink lip coming through. And how it feels, it kind of reminds me of the Ofra liquid lip format. Besides this not really being my color, I kind of see every line and wrinkle on my lips, and I can still see the sort of pink discoloration of my natural lip color coming through. I don't like it. It's drying down. So here is the finished look with the Crème Shop. Let's summarize. Primer seems fine. Would I recommend it? Maybe if you need a primer. I don't think it's anything special. The foundation, love the packaging. Looks nice. If you've got mature skin, I do already see it starting to separate along my movement lines, like my smile line. So if you have lines and wrinkles, it may not play very well with them. If you have less skin issues than I do, and I don't have that many, but if you don't really have fine lines, wrinkles, I think you might be able to get away with this. I don't think it is luminous as they claim, but I think it looks nice on the skin. It does a little bit of nice texture blurring. Let's just go with the keepers here. So I would say the eyeshadow palette, generally a pass, except for that one shade, is really, really nice. The bronzer blended out well on me. I think it's a little too warm toned for my personal preference, but I think it's a nice product. So if you're looking for a powder bronzer, check these out. I think it blended wonderfully. I like this blush. The cream blush, very nice. The cream highlight stick, also very nice. I do not like the liquid lip. I definitely like the eyeliner. The brow gel definitely is holding my brows in place. They feel, You know, it's not that something about Mary crunchy type of hold. I don't mind the crunchy hold. I don't want my brows to move. They feel almost, it's more of a, kind of feels like a pomade hold, but they're staying in place. So I would say thumbs up on the brow gel. Mascara is a fail. There you go, the Crème Shop at CVS. I think there are some gems in here. Let me know if you have seen this at the CVS near you. Have you ever heard of them before? Have you tried them before? I think they used to be in Bath & Body Works. They have some skincare as well. I picked up a couple of their face masks. They have the like animal shape masks that you can do. I haven't tried them yet, just got them today. But let me know if you have tried this brand and let me know your thoughts. What worked for you? Is there something else I should pick up out of their line to try out? I would love to hear what you got to say down in the comments. Thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I post new videos. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified whenever I post new ones. And I definitely appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. You guys rock. Thanks a lot. I hope you all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.